Hey guys, it's Kelly and I have another process video today. This page I am making in response to AuntieREcREates sub challenge, and I will link you to her channel. And what she wanted us to do was to make a page using a technique or I guess just an idea that we had seen off of her channel, and she does a lot of work with silhouette cuts, and she also is learning mixed media and likes to dabble in that as well. And I definitely think she's a little bit further on in her experimentation than I am, and that she inspired me to pull out my watercolors, which you can see I had not even used, and that's like awful. So I had a silhouette cut that I had purchased from the cut shop, and that is from Ashley Horton, and I actually have had this cut file cut for about a month and a half and have just been waiting for the right thing to come along to use it. And this just happened to be the challenge. So putting on the watercolors, I've just wet the watercolor paper a little bit, and I'm just blending the colors. I didn't want the colors to, I guess, blend and be muddy, and I wanted to see distinct colors, but I didn't want it to be like a rainbow effect or stripes. And you'll see when I put the cut file on kind of more of the look that I was going for. Just little washes of color underneath. So here is the file that I decided to use, and I think it's called Preppy Plaid. And what I am doing with this is I'm taking the Dina Wakley paint, acrylic paint, and painting this. And that's another thing that Sherry does, is she likes to either mist or paint her silhouette files to really pop against the background. The color that I chose, I think, is called Night. I'm sorry, I don't have it right in front of me. And it's a real dark blue. On my video, it's looking a little bit more purple. And I'm not sure, this is a new monitor that I'm looking at. And at this point, I decided to add some texture paste to the back of my layout. And again, Sherry does quite a bit of adding the texture paste and stamping and things just to bring different textures to her background. And if I had to do this over again, I would have put some color in the texture paste. I liked the white and I really wanted it to pop off, but it kind of gets lost when I'm looking at my layout now. I can see it and there definitely is more texture, but I think it would have been an even brighter pop of color if I had you know, just put a little bit of color in that texture paste. And I had just pulled out one of these glitz wheels to add some arrows. And I'm using my favorite things, ink. And I really like that. That's a hybrid ink that is good for mixed media or just regular stamping. So for this layout, I pulled a bunch of scraps and then just pulled some miscellaneous embellishments. There's a few things that I would just like to try to get used or use some more. And that piece of paper right there is, I think, from a Studio Calico card kit. And that orange is an October Afternoon. And I believe that's from Travel Girl, the 8x8 pad. And I'm not sure who makes the blue. That was in my stash. And I'm just putting some different layers behind the photo. And I'm trimming this one up because I wanted the orange to be around the perimeter of the paper, because it just made for a richer color. and I really wanted those colors to pop out. I do know that that piece of paper right there is from Amy Tan's new line, Stitched. I try to work that piece of paper in, but it does not make it on the final layout. This picture is of my son. Last year in 8th grade, he was selected to be in the school's jazz band. And ironically, the year that he was in, it was all boys. And even the teacher said, you know, it's not usually the case. And he really had a great time with this class, and they performed at one of the music stores. And my husband snapped this picture for me, and I was with my daughter at softball. And he sent it to me, and I was very happy that he did so. You know, it's nice when you have a supportive partner. I was looking for something to house my title, and I really felt like I wanted to use a tag, but then I thought, well, I need to journal, and I wanted to journal on the tag. So you'll see me, I go back and forth between different tags and moving the title, and I actually have to like go to bed and sleep on the layout, because sometimes just looking at it with a pair of fresh eyes makes all the difference in the world. And those enamel stickers are from Freckled Fawn, and I have not used a single one, and I pulled them out, and I was determined that I would at least get one or two on this layout. So at this point, I know that I don't like my title on the tag, because I need to use that to journal. And I had some leftover die cuts from one of my hip kits, and these were Amy Tan die cuts, and I was thinking that I could pepper these around the picture and have a place for journaling, like just who, what, when, or in the title, and decided I just needed to go to bed. So the next day I realized that I just wanted to put the title underneath the photo, and pulled out some more scraps. And I also realized that that music paper I wanted to put in the paper layers, and I hadn't, so it was a good thing I stopped. That music is like a tissue paper from Hazel and Ruby that I found at Michael's, and I thought that was really cool because, you know, by the time he graduates, he'll have had 7 years of music, and he not only participates in school band and marching band, he's also in the city's youth orchestra, and he's trying out for the top orchestra this summer, so hopefully he'll make that. But if he doesn't, he will still be in one of the youth orchestras. So we have a lot of music in our future. So I decided to house that yellow tag. I took an old glassine envelope and taped it on the back, so that way it would make for an easy access when I can slide the tag in and out. And at this point, I'm just trying to figure out just how many of those Freckled Fawn enamel stickers I can get on, and I made it with 2, and at least I made 2. So I was happy with that, and I went ahead and decided to commit to everything. And then my final decision for this was what color twine. And at first I was thinking blue, because I liked the blue letters. Those blue glitter foam letters are Heidi Swap. And then I decided I didn't like the blue and white stripe of the twine, and that actually green would be a better pop, and it would give, you know, 3 different things with that pop of green on the layout. And when I put that in, I decided that that was definitely what was needed. And that pretty much wraps it up. I do have some still pictures at the end where I did add a couple enamel dots and a couple label stickers to house the embellishments. Thank you so much, and thank you to Sherry for this awesome challenge. And I really had fun, and I hope I did you some justice. Thanks so much. Bye.